Welcome to this episode of Save Third Podcast. Today's special guest is Kevin.
Hey, we are scientists.
I'm so happy to be
Wow.
here. This is one of my favorite
All the
podcasts.
way from Florida.
I actually changed my name to Kevin.
Yo. How you going? How you going, Jabril?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I've
been
been uploading.
hustling.
I've been uploading a video every month. It's been 2
No
years.
way.
It's been 2 years. I'm back
Every
on the
single
horse.
month.
Wait, how
Wow.
do you do that?
I
On the
just
horse?
forget about.
Isn't that what they say
what I'm
about
doing.
drugs?
That you're on the horse.
Or I'm off the horse?
You fell off
Well,
the
what?
horse, the
Don't
wagon.
they say the wagon? What do they
Yeah,
say?
the wagon.
You fell off
Wait,
the
what do
wagon.
they say about drugs?
So you
right?
get back
You're
on
like,
the
You're
wagon.
back on the wagon?
Chasing the wagon.
Chasing the wagon dragon.
I'm looking. I feel like
Wagon
Kevin
the
would know
dragon.
this.
Sorry, Jabril. What were you saying?
So you're doing drugs again. You fell off the wagon?
You fell off the wagon means you like relapsed.
Okay.
You fell out. So staying on the wagon's good. Staying on the wagon is not
Falling off the wagon's
taking
bad.
heroin.
So you
When
climb
fall
back
off
on the
You
wagon.
take heroin.
You're making
Wait,
videos again.
Where do you learn? I've never heard this in my life.
Well, you've never fallen off the
Really?
wagon?
Yeah. Everybody
you
falls
never
off the wagon once or
chased the
twice in
wagon
their life.
dragon?
I don't think I have. How do I confirm if I have or not? I don't know.
You would know if you have.
Okay, fair enough.
So you're back on the wagon.
I'm back on the wagon. I think
Making videos.
Yeah.
Because not making videos is bad. So that'd be you fell off the wagon.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Not making videos is fun, but
What do you do when you're not making videos?
you do a bunch of really autistic shit.
Really?
A lot of it.
Okay.
So are you?
I definitely get that vibe from you.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes you get like you do kind of focus on things in a way where I'm like, you're really focused on this.
That's a compliment you said sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the
So
time.
I'll
No.
take that.
Yeah. like I remember when we were living together, you would just sort of like just work on something nonstop.
Yeah.
Like
Hyperfixation.
hyperfixation. It'd be like till 4 a.m. You would like going to bed at like daytime.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
I've identified it's a problem now. Back then, I just
But
say
you're
shut
still
the
not,
fuck up,
not
Will.
strong enough to fix it.
Yeah. Not yet. I'm not there yet. Come on. I still have some
So
maturing to do.
you're still on the wagon.
You're still off the wagon.
You're
Same.
still
I
off the
don't.
wagon.
I don't
He's
get
climbing
this.
back
But
on the wagon.
are you chasing the dragon?
Yeah.
How are the videos doing? I have a video right now. It's 9 of 10. and
That's
it-
good. That's not 10 of 10.
No, I know.
What are you complaining about?
That's still
not
that's
the
a,
worst.
It's a
You're
downward trend.
privileged
It's a
prick.
trend.
Opposite of what's the opposite of chasing a dragon? It's
Getting
when the,
fucked by the dragon?
Yeah, right now I'm getting fucked
Dragons
by the dragon.
fucking cars?
It's like because it's like it makes you want the dragon more. When the dragon fucks you, you're
Right.
like, I remember how good it was when
Yeah.
I was chasing the dragon.
I've seen Shrek.
Donkey. So how is chasing the dragon been going? Are your videos doing good? My videos are not doing good.
No, not really. They're not doing well at all. Not at all. But you know what? I've come to this realization that making
I hate the
content. Fuck the dragon. I've come to realize that after taking a couple years break,
Yeah.
I'm in this place where I kind of have to forget what I've done in the past, and it comes to the realization that like it's time for me to like find what my audience is today, and not trying to chase the audience that I used to have.
Yes.
And so now it's a 9 out of 10. I just say, you know what? Maybe this video might be appreciated in the future when I figure out an audience that appreciates this. Because so much changes in 2 years, you know, like audiences, they mature. Maybe AI is not, cool to them anymore. Like so much changed in a couple of years.
No, you know what? I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. Some of your subscribers, some of your audience is dead.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's definitely a
Yeah.
whole amount of dead people that are subscribed to
And
any one of
you
us.
might have killed some of them.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
We just
No,
would have never
definitely
heard
it was
of
Kevin. It was the microwave
No.
oven transfer
No,
video.
that video does not exist. It never existed. Other people made that video before me and after
That's
me.
Kip K.
You can't prove
Kip K
anything.
killed people.
Yeah, there's a number of people that Kip K probably
Killed.
indirectly killed.
Yeah.
I
And
don't-
also probably directly killed.
Direct. Who knows what he's
Wait,
up to
yeah,
now?
where is he? Prison?
We don't know. Yeah.
Do you think you've killed more people than O.J. Simpson?
I want to say yes, but my lawyers are telling me to say no.
There's no good answer there. Yeah, that's. I've killed the same number of people as O.J. Simpson, legally speaking, and that's 0.
Oh, I like that answer.
There you go.
Do you think people that like listen and or watch this podcast or watch any video when they're driving a car and have crashed because of it, like, does that count?
I know people who watch videos while driving.
That's horrifying. Who?
Jabril. It's a long drive here. I wouldn't mind if you had to watch a couple videos.
No, I couldn't do that. I would literally be dead the first time that I tried. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, same.
I'm gonna be 100% honest here. This is really bad, but I guess that's why we're here today, is to talk about bad things.
Yeah.
This
is something fucking great's coming.
A number of years ago, I had to drive to Vegas and back, and that takes a while. Was that like a 4-hour drive?
I guess it just depends on how shitty your car is.
Well, okay, so my car is pretty shitty.
5 hours.
And I was like, I really don't want to do this drive. And that was right around when the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League came out, which is, I don't know if you remember, it's like a 4-hour fucking movie.
Yeah.
And the time added up just right where I was like, I'm just gonna download this, and because I didn't want to watch the movie, but I could have it just playing on my dashboard for 4 hours. I could just kind of like have it around me. I didn't take my eyes off the road.
Do you know what?
You just kind of like absorbed it.
Yeah, it was like half a step over a podcast. Like that was literally.
Have you ever seen the windshield speedometer projectors?
Yes,
I have.
Yes.
All right, you know where this is going, right?
Yes.
What if we cut a hole in the dashboard and put a projector?
Yeah.
And then you can like project the movie onto your windshield.
So you can watch.
No,
you
better yet.
Better
yet, you project it on the road.
Yeah.
And it cuts off if you're not driving.
Wait, what if you like drive next to a semi truck and you like have to project it? You like you pace with them.
Oh yeah.
And have it projected like on the side of the back.
I've had this idea for a while. I think it actually is a good idea in a lot of ways. Where like, why not make like an AR video game that plays on your windshield so you pay more attention to the road? And it's like.
Wait, what?
Well, imagine you've got a video game that plays on your windshield. It's AR, and it's like the brick break game or whatever. So there's like a ball bouncing around, and so like when you change lanes, you can like move where the ball is bound, and like maybe it bounces interactively on cars in front of you or whatever. And so it's like to get your high score, you have to like kind of merge and go between lanes. But it makes you pay more attention to the road.
I don't think traffic works like that.
What? But... Well, have we ever tried it?
That game only works if there's one person playing it.
Michael Reeves did this drone video. He like made a game in Scratch, and then it was tied to a drone. So every time you were controlling it in Scratch, you were playing a game.
Yeah.
But then all the signals were going to a drone.
Was that
the problem was they were not synchronized, and so the drone was just doing whatever. It was just wherever the drone ended up in the garage, and so of course it's just like bumbling around. You're like trying to play this. You cannot pay attention to the drone.
I think, if the game was like took your inputs on the road, you by definition have to pay more attention to the road.
Yes, I mean.
You see what I'm?
I know what you're throwing down. I like the idea.
You wouldn't be able to fall asleep at the wheel if
what
the
if
wheel was a video
game? You play
game?
the game and then you just sort of see where you end up.
So it's like you're just trying to get the high score. You're not actually trying to get to a location. You see where you wind up by just playing. I think this is a great idea, Jabril. I don't see why you're so hesitant on.
I don't quite understand. What are we getting at?
I think this is a free video idea.
Well, we started with the projecting on the windshield.
Yeah.
And then you said project brick ball on the windshield so you pay attention to the road.
Yeah, it's an AR video game that's projected on the windshield that as part of the game is like what is happening on the road in front of you is like affects the game that's playing.
What if it's like if you use your turn signal when turning, it like good things happen in the game? And if you like keep your distance from somebody, good things happen in the game? Like you have to try to keep like
I like that, like turning the actual inputs of good driving into some sort of game of some
what
sort.
If it's like the
rewards.
orange juice thing where it's like if you're good you get orange juice, and
Yeah.
if you're bad it like electrocutes your dick.
Yeah, but like in your car while you're driving.
Yeah.
I liked your idea with projecting it on the back of a semi truck.
That was Will's.
That was your
I'm
idea.
not taking credit for that.
What if we I don't think
it's safer, because they take longer to stop.
Right.
So if you're behind one of them, you can react faster.
But then now everyone is fighting to get behind the semi truck.
Okay, would this be legal? What if you got a big ass TV and you put it like on the back of a big truck, like a box truck? You just put a TV on the roll up door, and then you put an FM broadcast, and you put a sign on it that said tune into like some radio frequency, right? So you can shoot. You ever seen those things? Remember back in the day, you like connect your iPod to it and it broadcasts like a short, a local radio signal that then your car picks up, and then it's just a movie. And so cars can like tune into the FM
Oh
signal
no!
and then get the audio from this movie. And you're like in a drive-in theater, but you're driving on the highway.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as you're not charging for it.
Right, you wouldn't charge for it.
Yeah.
Like, is it legal to put a TV on the back of your car?
I don't see why not, because like I've seen worse kind of like driving advertisements.
Yeah,
You know, like
billboards.
the anti-abortion trucks that drive around LA sometimes. It's not going to be worse than that, and that's got to be legal, right? I think that'd be okay. First Amendment or something.
Is there? That's like, I feel like that's a pretty funny idea. Imagine you're driving on the freeway, and there's just like, what's a movie? Name a movie.
The 4-hour
Lord of
cut
the Rings.
of-
The 4-hour cut of
of
Zack
Zack
Snyder's
Snyder.
Justice League.
And you just have like a huge line of cars behind you because nobody wants to pass.
What if it's just TikToks, and then there's like, if there's a quorum of honking, it swipes. So it's like honk to swipe, and if most of the cars behind the truck honk, then it swipes up to the next one.
I like this. I like
I
this.
like that.
Or what you do, you do all this, but then you play ads every once in a while,
And then you make
and you make money.
Maybe it becomes less legal at that point. Although if you're literally just like, if you just have like TikTok attached to a phone and it will play ads, it will do that.
Well, you
just
don't
on
get
its
paid
own.
for it though. All right, Jabril, how do we make that?
We make this happen.
I have no idea.
I could put a TV on a car, and I could do the FM radio. How do we make it so that when you honk, it swipes? Wait, that wouldn't. I think we could do this.
I think the driver could just decide when to do that. Like if he just hears enough honking, then he just fucking swipes. We really don't need to build anything. That's like none of our ideas. Like we don't really have to do any of them. We could just have people do them.
I think this is a great idea. I think we should build the TikTok truck.
For when it gets banned. Like, okay, TikTok's just been banned.
You know, at the
That
back
means,
of the
like-
truck, it's like the perfect aspect ratio too.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Yeah.
like once TikTok gets banned, like it doesn't go away. It's like any phone that still has it installed is still going to theoretically have access to it. Just you won't be able to install it new, and it won't be able to update. And like, there's probably a chance that like they'll just cut the servers. Like once it's banned, it'll probably be dead. But theoretically, there's a world where TikTok will still run for a while after it's like quote unquote banned. So you could have it at the back of a truck.
Like,
I actually
keep it
have
in
a lot of
hospital.
questions on what does it mean to be a banned app? Like if you sideload it, like do they arrest you or something? Like what does it mean?
I think it's probably
probably
just
have to
means that
Shut
like,
down the servers.
yeah, like you won't be able to get new TikTok because it will be like it won't be legal to like you won't be able to host. You won't be able to allow people to
But
install
what if the
app.
servers are in China? How do you stop them?
I think the way I see it is like look at the trajectory, like look at the progression. So you pull the app from the app store, that's immediately going to kill any semblance of like growth or maintenance, right?
Unless there's a counterculture.
Right, but what's going to happen is you're only going to lose users. You're not going to gain users, and then I think it's going to immediately be like it's going to create this downfall because like TikTok needs to work, or they can't sustain it.
No, I understand that.
So
part.
the instant they feel any deflection that's like unsustainable or like indication of a decline, they're just gonna like
Jump
ship, right? So like imagine you're spending how much money do you think? Like millions, tens of millions of dollars a month to run the platform, and now all of a sudden they've basically cut off your air supply. Like how long are they gonna keep spending that money to keep it going, knowing that it's essentially
They're just
like
gonna create
fail?
a new app with a different name,
Right, that's probably what'll happen.
like they did with
Dick
the
Talks?
vapes.
TikTok tick. Tick tick.
So I think we'd be able. That would be one of the few ways to still watch TikTok is if you had a car driving around projecting it on the back of a screen.
Yes.
Because you couldn't get it from the App Store anymore.
But why would you need new TikTok? So I can just download a database of TikToks.
What you mean? Every single TikTok in existence, and you
I
just
mean,
have
only the good ones.
How
Only
many,
the good.
how many do you really need? I mean, 1,000 on a loop.
Actually, that is an interesting thought experiment. How many TikToks is like a lifetime of TikToks worth? There might be enough already.
I mean, if it's of any reference, I think I've seen Moana and Encanto about 100 times now. I've actually never seen either of them in their entirety.
Wow.
Just
So
little
if you
bits and
just
pieces.
took
That's
those
a
two
fatherhood
movies,
reference if you didn't catch on.
you take those two movies and break them into 60-second segments in vertical frame,
Yes.
and then you have them come one after another. That is a lifetime of TikToks.
I think 1,000, somewhere around 1,000 TikToks we are approaching a reasonable lifetime of TikTok.
Okay, listen, I'm willing to invest.
In
But
Okay.
I have one question.
Yeah.
All right, before I put my money down. A cop pulls you over and says, "What the fuck are you guys doing? How do you get out of this?"
are celebrating a celebration of life of our favorite app, TikTok.
Yeah, First Amendment rights,
Our
baby.
First Amendment.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Alan, open my glove box.
No!
Open the glove box, Alan.
It's gonna be that TikTok
You know what
where
to
you
do.
fucking up here in heaven.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, officer, and then you're in heaven.
Dude, every time we're driving and something bad happens, I just scream like I'm like, open the glove box, and they immediately know exactly. There is no gun in the glove box. I just think it's very funny that when you get into some sort of rage, driving road rage, you scream, "Give me open the glove box." I swear to God, everybody knows. They immediately understand, and they're just like,
Oh God. It's some point in
Officers, like,
human
license and
history.
registration. You're like,
There would have been some point in
fast
human
as possible.
history
No, thank
where
you. No, thank you.
you could
wants it now.
I
read
will never do
every
that.
book in existence.
yes.
Because there would have been some point where the printing press or whatever was a very limited resource. You could only make so many books a year.
Hundreds of books. Yeah.
There's a point in human history where you probably could have actually read every single book that was published in a year.
Yeah.
Whenever that line was crossed, it's impossible. You could not watch every TikTok.
No.
You could not. You could never.
No.
Do you think there was a time in which you could though?
no.
TikTok.
Well, I guess when
Right
the
at the
app
beginning.
first existed, there must be.
Well, it converted from Musical.ly to TikTok, so it already had a database of content.
Huh.
Mm,
But then where did Musical.ly come from? There must have been a Musical.ly
What was
zero,
Musical.ly?
ground zero, right?
It was what TikTok started as, dancing and singing, but for kids. And then
Just music though.
yeah, it was
that's
maybe just the music side of it. I'm just talking out my ass, but I think Vine was sketches and comedy, and now TikTok kind of has just absorbed all of that.
Yeah.
So, 17. What is this? How long would it take to watch all of YouTube? 156 million hours to watch all of YouTube.
17,810 years.
Well, it was more YouTube is uploaded to YouTube every minute. More
I feel like that's
time
probably,
is uploaded to
every
YouTube
minute.
every minute. So there's more than 1 minute of content uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Yeah.
So you
There's gotta
literally
be
couldn't.
thousands per minute.
I remember.
Oh,
used
I
to
think
be-
it is a lot. Yeah.
They used to do the keynote every year at VidCon,
Yeah.
and the last one that they did a few years ago was 65 hours a minute was uploaded.
Wow.
That's
that was years ago though.
insane. And it's
3
all
days.
trash.
Yeah. Most things are bad.
Most things are bad.
I think that carries through for anything. Is most things are bad.
I just when I procrastinate, I watch anime, and anime is so bad, dude.
Most of
Whoa.
It's
most of by definition,
Most of
and
it,
not. I
yeah.
mean anything, but especially anime. Most of it's going to be bad.
Yep.
Sure. That
Some-
applies to everything.
They I swear to God, I don't know, even if you try to make something good, or if there's money behind it, it doesn't at all. It doesn't make it good. There's no promise of anything. Even Hollywood,
Yeah.
half the stuff you watch, it's they try really hard in the first couple episodes, and then they just
Sure,
they just
sure.
they lose it.
Sure.
Especially by the second season.
Oh yeah, and then that's oh my God.
I have no idea how that's my strategy for videos is if I can make the first couple of minutes good, then
Yeah.
the rest of it can fall apart.
Just whatever. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I guess that just applies to a whole season of television.
They've already
too.
watched the first pre-roll ad.
Yeah.
See, but we
Well,
get to
isn't there-
subsidize all the shit that gets uploaded on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know.
Isn't it a whole psychology though? If you get people to stay within the first couple minutes, they're likely to finish the entire video. If it's a reasonable enough time, obviously.
I feel that way myself when I watch videos. Is it's hard to I don't like clicking on long videos because I feel I don't want to say I get burned, but a lot of times
It's
you
there's
just
a commitment.
yeah, there's a commitment, and I don't trust them. And I think that might be the big problem on YouTube right now is there's so many people the titles and thumbnails are so saturated. Everyone tries to make it seem like this grand spectacle, and then they don't usually deliver on it.
Are we talking about problems with YouTube now?
Yeah, it's kind of
Hell
making
yeah.
good content in general.
Yeah.
This is the YouTube podcast.
Yeah, these are our daily nightmare that we live.
I will say a lot has changed from when I used to upload regularly to now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to call out your boy nothing, but the Mr. Beast effect is very, very prominent.
What would you say the Mr. Beast effect is?
It's just everyone thinks that they need to put a huge budget behind their thing. It has to be super
Today I'm gonna execute 1,000 penguins.
That's
First,
me.
I'm gonna use.
I'm
I'm
not
that person.
I'm not opposed to it. If it works, it works. If that's what audience wants to watch, that's what they want to watch. But I think it adds this level of homogeny to content
Yeah.
that makes it a little less fun, in my personal opinion. And even Mr. Beast himself recently, didn't he? Was like, I'm doing more storytelling now. I'm not doing the fast-paced thing on Twitter.
Well,
I mean, it still feels pretty.
yeah. He did say that though.
Yeah,
It's not bad. It's not bad. It is like, it almost feels like, you know, when people complain about like sequels in Hollywood, because it's like that homogeny, that kind of sense of all the content kind of converging the same way towards
Yeah.
it's because it's the safe bet.
It is. Safe,
Yeah.
Like the videos that like tend to perform, there's not really a risk to just like, you know, copying thumbnails and titles and ideas,
Yeah.
because it's like a hall of mirrors and nobody like really cares. I mean, they say they care, but like then the video performance says otherwise.
I mean,
Yeah.
you want to make something that a lot of people are gonna like.
But I think but the problem is that everything now feels so temporary, right?
Yeah.
It's like you create a video and it reaches a large audience, but they don't give a shit about you because there's
No.
30 other ones that
Oh,
they can
yeah.
watch, right? So it's like it feels like there's a lot of like the elements of TikTok is starting to
Yeah, well, that's
carry over
definitely
to-
TikTok. TikTok's very like individual, and you don't like follow.
Yeah.
At least I don't. I just kind of like see whatever TikTok gives me. I don't really follow people on TikTok.
Dude, TikTok 100%, you're at the mercy of the
Yeah.
recommendation. Like,
Yeah, and it's
It's-
great to have like because it gives like smaller creators a chance to make it to the top.
well, for a video or two, but there's
Yeah,
no
exactly,
guarantee.
exactly. That's it. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
And it
besides
gives
that.
big creators an opportunity to make it to the bottom.
Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest critique.
You see, I have a TikTok right now.
Oh, didn't it get like
Yeah.
300 views or
No,
something?
dude, at one point it had 12 views. Wait, I'm see if I can. I give so little shits about TikTok. I actually think this is funny. See where we're at now. We're at 975
Hey,
views.
you're gonna hit 1,000.
So there's the two before it 6.6 million, then the one after is 280,000, and then 66,000, and then 975.
Exponential
Wait,
decay.
what got 6 million views?
Me dropping a tungsten cube without saying anything in the video.
Oh well, that's what the people
I
want.
know.
They want
Like,
the
I
tungsten
really-
cube.
Nothing makes me feel better than shutting my mouth and people applying. You definitely, there's no such thing as subscribers anymore. And like what somebody was saying the other day that I heard that makes a lot of sense is apparently there's like a 30-day history.
Yeah.
Or a 30-day, like what have you watched in the past 30 days? And like, you know, I think most people notice when they watch YouTube, they'll get their recent watch history style of videos recommended to them.
Yeah.
So if they're watching a lot of Mr. Beast, they'll keep getting Mr. Beast videos. But if all of a sudden a subscriber from a year ago, like let's say someone like Michael who hasn't posted in a long time posts a video, I think that YouTube is less aggressive with pushing it out because going to a Mr. Beast video is a safer bet for an audience that is consistently watching Mr. Beast. So they're trying to optimize putting out opportunities for you to click on videos. So like why would they put something out that you haven't watched recently?
Right. Because YouTube itself is just trying to maximize money. It doesn't
Correct.
care when people kind of like badmouth the algorithm.
Right.
It's like the algorithm is not trying to like kill or shadow ban or like shit on anyone specifically. It's just trying to maximize money.
Yeah.
And right now, the way they've decided to do that is the safest option, like the easiest way to make money is to just show people
Good
what they've
videos.
already. No, not even.
No,
It's
it's
just
what they're
they've
already
seen
watching.
before.
Yeah.
Who what's a subscription that you've had from like a long time ago? Like who's somebody you subscribed to like 10 years ago?
Tauflater
William
mouse.
Osman.
10 years ago? So let's go older. Like 2012, 2010, like old YouTube.
Jeez.
Those were in high school or like it was
Recommendations doesn't show me anymore. I don't know.
King of Random, Kip K.
Kip K. Let's say you're subscribed to Kip K,
Yeah.
right? And you haven't watched any of his videos in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he still makes videos. And then he posts a new video. Does it make sense for that to get pushed into your feed?
I think so. I think it's conditional.
Yeah.
So this is kind of my thoughts on it. I think that we're in the hyper era of like do the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I think if Kip K, I don't know this channel, forgive me, but I
Oh,
think
you don't know Kip K?
is it short for something?
He was like an old school OG like life
Maker
hacks,
channel. Yeah.
crafts, like
Everything was like kind of real. It was super shitty, but kind of real. It was like almost like the back of Popular Science where they'd have instructions and
Yeah.
stuff. It was like make a LED light, like an infrared camera, and it was like a bunch of infrared LEDs, and you like
That sounds tight.
he was good.
yeah.
That's right.
back in the day.
Anyways, I was saying, I think that if Kip K puts out this promise with his content, right, where it's like, I promise to always investigate some weird engineering shit, right?
Right.
And you as a viewer, you 100% click every single video he uploads, no matter the cadence he uploads. I would like to think that the recommendation realized that behavior of you and will serve that to you regardless. Right. And it's now Kip K's responsibility to uphold that promise or disappoint you, where you stop clicking. The algorithm's like, okay, you don't really click this as much anymore. I'm not going to push it. That's how I'd like to think it works.
Yeah. I think that is, right?
And like you look at like Michael Reeves' content, I think it shows that, right? Like you can go years without posting, and
I think that Michael Reeves is a very special.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I think it proves the hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
Where, like I think his audience is hyper engaged with the content he makes.
Yes.
And they are so willing to click his content that the gap doesn't really matter.
That signal probably is so strong that the algorithm is like, oh shit, I found, like a bag of cocaine washed up on the beach. And YouTube is like, money.
Yeah.
When it sees one of our videos, though, it's like a bag of dog shit.
Like, oh no, put this in the
another carcass.
Well,
another
a rotten dolphin, a decomposing dolphin washes.
Get the dynamite.
Oh, it's Alan and Kevin.
No.
Close the beach.
We're still waiting on William. At least me and Kevin already washed up on the shore. We're still waiting for your corpse.
What's it called? Red Tide?
Yeah, red tide.
Well, you know what's interesting? I did this analysis on what
Fecal
I think
contamination in the water.
I did this analysis on what I think was like the biggest issue with my channel, and I think what I've come to discover, and I could be wrong, right? This is the hypothesis, is that when I used to upload videos, my promise was all over the place. One day I'd upload a video detailing an app. Yeah. The next day I'd make a video about AI. The next one is about game dev. Next is about my personal life. That to the point where the audience has no idea what they're gonna get from me, and I think that's kind of carried over to today. Like you'll see a Jabril's thumbnail, and it's like, I don't really know what's gonna happen in this video, therefore I'm not gonna click. Yeah. You know? And so now the objective is like, I need to kind of homogenize my content so that when a thumbnail shows up, the promise is guaranteed without me having to click it.
Like they know what they're gonna get. Yeah. And I think it makes me a little bit sad. And there's like only one way to avoid it. Like I think that if your channel is about what you do and sort of you as a personality, you can kind of get away with it, which is like I think sort of how I've existed for the past however many years.
And I think your second channel is a great example of doing exactly that.
It's like every week just some stupid thing. It doesn't really matter, but the video, like I say they do good.
They do well.
But like if I had a video on the main channel and it got whatever the views on the second channel, I'd be like, oh no, I've done something wrong. I would feel bad. I think most of us would. It's like, what did I do wrong? Like if Michael Reeves posted a video and it got like 1 million views in a month, he'd probably feel bad. That's how it works with everybody. Mr. Beast posted a video, gets 10 million views. Dude, I bet you if Mr. Beast posted a video that got 20 million views in a week, he'd be like,
that'd be bad.
It's over.
He would actually kill himself.
Hey, look, hey, 20 million, that's a 9 out of 10.
And then if you filmed it, that would get like 200
9 out of
views.
10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. God. Yeah, I don't know. I think that TikTok is sort of like TikTok and shorts are kind of the worst version of it, where you only dude, anyone who like tries to make a career out of this is like insane now.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
actually.
oh my God. Yo, you know what's crazy?
We're here because we're stuck at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have
We're
a
trapped.
choice.
The whole TikTok effect is a lot similar to like when I started making YouTube videos in 2010 and like the Hollywood to YouTube. I'm feeling that with like YouTube's the TikTokification.
Yeah.
It's like all these like newcomers like, I'm TikTok famous. I have 20,000 followers on TikTok. I get 5,000 average views. And it's like, but you just like
It's like it's
selling...
a fast rise and a fast decline with a lot of
But it's hard, but they don't understand that. Like they haven't been in the shoes that, we've been in, so it's hard to kind of try to convince them.
It's like the only reason that they got so popular on TikTok is because the algorithm, and that's what's gonna shoot them eventually.
I saw one guy the other day who makes these like 3D printed plant, like it's like God, how the fuck do you describe this? Like it's like furniture. It's like, it's not appliances. It's like, it's almost like unnecessary inventions, but he's got one where it's like a cactus. So it's like this nice green filament printed, really clean, and there's toothpicks sticking out of it. And like when you push down on the cactus, the toothpicks stick out, and it's meant to hold toothpicks. It's a toothpick holder.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at his Instagram page, every single video does like absurdly well, like every reel. But it's the same fucking thing. Every like he can only make plant home decor accessories.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Like, I love this because it allows more niches to surface, right? But the bad part about it is that like everyone wins except for the creator.
Yeah, you're like a one-trick pony.
Yeah. The audience wins because they get all this niche content. The sponsors win because they get to go straight to whatever audience they want. But like you're cut out.
The company wins.
Yeah,
like, whoever's hosting the content, because number one, they now have they've got you by the balls. Yeah. Because you have to, you can only do what's good for them. You cannot do what's good for you. Yeah. Like everybody, I think wins except the content creator definitely gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate it so
much.
Well,
but the thing is, like that is only like humanity's fault. Like none of this is done with the intent of like, oh, we're gonna make sure everyone gets pigeonholed. That turns out to be just like what people respond to.
They're playing chess. There's like 4 games of chess going on. Yeah. Like the hoster, the video hosting, like it's like they're doing what's best for them. Yeah. Same with YouTube, dude. Like YouTube's like the music tools that recognize music and copyright strike. They're so much better than any of the other tools YouTube has. You know why? Because who made a big fucking stink and deal about it and rode their ass with lawsuits until they made it? It was the music industry. It's like the creators don't do that, and so everything we get is like somebody with a tiny bit of goodwill trying to help you out at YouTube, or they just know that they have to get above some point, or people are gonna just leave the platform.
They just do as much as the bare minimum they have to, because there's no consequence.
Yeah, otherwise it just costs you money, and like what do you get out of it?
Yeah.
It's like everyone's doing what's good for them. And I think unfortunately sometimes that leads to things that are just collectively worse for everyone. It's like what corporation individuals are nice, or like people, but like a corporation's like a sociopath or whatever.
Yeah. Because I mean you're mentioning, Jabril, that you're kind of looking to make your content a little more like so that audiences know what to expect. That guy, the audience knows exactly what to expect from it. It's a 3D printed plant thing every single time. Right. And so when that gets delivered, like they fucking love that. They don't care about what that guy has going on internally.
Sure, but they love it until they don't. Like that's the issue that I have, right? At no point do you know when like all of a sudden 3D printed cactus plant makers are out of vogue, versus like what we came from, which is like, hey, I'm a personality. These are my interests. And you follow me for that, right? When we're shifting away from like, I'm now the 3D printer guy, I'm now the bouncy ball guy,
It's easier to understand.
No, I'm not critiquing it. I understand it. I just think that like
I'm now the incel guy.
I just think
that you can never have sex. Can you imagine if you're the incel guy? Like, it becomes so important to your branding. If you ever had sex, you would actually lose your career.
Yeah. I think, isn't that like a K-pop thing? Like,
I mean, the idols.
They're not allowed to share that they have like their relationship.
Yeah, they cannot.
Same with Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
That industry is insane.
K-pop?
That industry is insane. They're all the K-pop stars. They're more or less just like puppets. Yeah, they have like people who write the music, produce the music, who like give them like how to do the pitches. And
it's like VTubers too.
It's insane, dude.
I can't believe people are like fans of these people who have to who are managed by an agency that just pumps out VTubers, and somehow you think it's like authentic somehow.
And they're just puppets. They're just doing what they're told.
Yeah,
like, be here, do this, say that. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. It is weird. I think about like. You could, we always talk about like if you ever get sick of making videos or you don't want to be like the face of it anymore, you could find somebody that's good at like making stuff and has like a little bit of like a quirky personality, and you could just stick them into a YouTube channel basically. Like
YouTube channel or your YouTube channel?
Like their own YouTube channel. I don't think it would be smart to do your own thing, like trying to put them, it's the king of random, or like anyone who does it, it kind of just gets a little bit weak. But like, I think if you found somebody that was kind of like, could be like a Michael Reeves or could be a whatever, you could just take them and essentially like help them make their videos, kind of make the videos for them and just like help guide them, tell them what to say, help them build
manage
stuff.
or produce that kind of
Can
thing.
I buy Tommy stock?
Tarmy
stock.
You could.
Dude, anyone can do it once. That's what I told him. I said, okay, good job, but anyone can do it once, motherfucker. Do it again. I dare you. I mean, seriously, it's 100% true.
Like I think that like the whole like old music industry and everything makes a lot of sense, because they literally will make a character, like that character is a real person.
They bring these people up and like
that person doesn't exist. Like Lady Gaga doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, it's like there's a team of publicists that like helped bring that image, like bring her into fame.
Like what she wants to do is a lot different than what the sort of public.
Alan, I'm gonna miss you.
Good luck, Alan.
It's not like they want Lady Gaga to be famous. They just need somebody else to make them more money.
They need.
So they find somebody that's good, and they're like, okay, well this.
They give people exactly what they want. They give them the titles and thumbnails that they will click on.
What are we talking about now? K-pop?
Just no, like the sort of the corporate the corporate like method of like making content or characters where you know, you and I and Kevin and Alan, like we're all sort of interested in stuff. Yeah. And we'll kind of like steer it in a direction of trying to make sure that other people are interested in it. Right, because like
I think I would be a good producer. Like I could take somebody's YouTube channel and just like tell them what to do. Like if I could manage them.
I think so. I mean, like you learn how to, you know, like what people watch, and I think sometimes having like an outside, like doing it from the outside as opposed to like being in it, actually having to be funny and try to talk to a camera, like being able to observe it makes it easier to like make decisions and guide somebody in the right direction.
Until they're canceling on Twitter talking about, hey, this 10% is unfair. I need 100%.
Dude, I know. Well, yeah. Well.
All right, Jabril, for just 90% of your income, I have a proposition for you.
Okay, yeah. Here.
You let me run your channel for you.
Straight into the ground.
Only if you agree to do blackface.
That's a great opportunity for you, Kevin.
You have to do blackface, dreads, dread wig.
No. I'm behind the camera. I'm behind the camera.
And we're already on blackface.
Listen. Once a year, you got to substitute. Right? It's the contract. It's the only contract I'll sign.
He has a contractually agreed upon vacation. It's predetermined, and someone has to fill in during that week.
Thank you, Will.
I have a question, Jabril. I saw a meme the other day about fire alarms.
Okay.
Smoke detectors, I mean.
Okay.
Is there a thing with smoke? Did your smoke detector go off all the time when you were growing up?
I had a father.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? That's what that's about.
What is this?
So wait, if the smoke detectors go off, it means you don't have a dad because they don't change the batteries? Or?
I saw something the other day.
I didn't know it was that deep. I thought it was just like...
It's a meme in the black community that single mother households...
that's what it is.
You can tell if you hear the smoke alarm going off because it's usually the no father in the house that changes the battery.
I thought just like they got too much other shit
I read
going
a thread. Every once in a while, like I'll read a thread where I'm like, this is like the most insane, unhinged thing I've ever read. It was like a picture. It was like a chat GPT generated picture of like people running away from a smoke detector.
Were they black people?
They were, yeah. What? And I was reading the comments, and apparently it's like an actual thing where like the smoke detector will literally just be beeping all the time.
If there's no dad to replace the battery.
But I mean, I think that's sort of like the bottom boiled down condensed version of the meme, but like actually apparently.
Well, listen, I'll tell you this. In my time in which I was single, I was addicted to watching this dating show online, and it was predominantly black women, black men. Okay. And there was a high volume of black women who got on that show with that fucking chirp in the background.
Oh, God.
Every 30 seconds.
I don't know how anybody would put up with that. I would like lose my mind.
I mean, that's part of the meme. That's the whole point of the meme. That a man will lose.
I mean, you shouldn't do this, but I would just take the smoke detector and throw it in the trash.
Don't take that advice. If there's any single women in the audience, do not take
If you can reach it to throw it away, you can also put a new battery in it. I used to play Xbox with this kid, and 2 years, man. That smoke.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Dude, how have I never heard of this before?
Really?
Was his mom single?
No, he was Mexican.
Okay. Wait. Thank God it's not racist.
No, I was gonna say, no, he wasn't. I mean, he had a father and a mother and a bird
in the same house.
A bird.
You know, yeah. And guess what?
It was the bird.
No, the bird also did it.
Oh my God! It made the same sound.
Yeah. So like, I think it's
amazing.
I think like he eventually. I mean, seriously, 2 years without changing the actual fire.
Wait. Did he change the bird though?
No, it was the same bird.
Yeah,
Umbrella.
Swap out the bird's batteries.
You have to unscrew its head.
So I'm like, I didn't know that this was a thing, and I'm like, dude, like, change your fire alarm batteries. Like, I don't get this. Like,
wait, how can you be so sure it wasn't the bird the whole time?
Because you can tell when it's the bird. Because the bird's like, dude, that bird was wild, man. And yeah,
I'm trying to think of anything I remember from my childhood weird like that. I don't have anything.
So I thought it was just like like a Mexican thing or something?
No.
Because I noticed it a couple of times.
It's a non-Anglo-Saxon thing, okay?
I thought it was
I
just,
could see that.
I thought it just ended up being like kind of like a poor person
Anglo-Saxons
thing.
are genetically predisposed to change the battery in their smoking.
When I was in college, I didn't. Mine beeped.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was too lazy. I'm like, I don't want to go get a 9-volt battery and then put it in here.
It's a 9 volts are a lot. It's hard to get a 9-volt battery.
It's
They're
like you look
expensive.
for one
They're
and you
like,
don't have it, and then you go to the store and you forget for a year.
Yeah. How often does it beep?
Every 30 seconds.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a little
every minute?
longer
maybe
than
every
that.
minute.
Yeah, a little longer than that. Maybe
Well,
like
it's
1
not-
to 5.
But if you have
It's
multiple in
not-
your house, then they
Oh,
probably
God.
are going off
the
like
final
pretty
boss.
I think
small
it was
intervals.
2 minutes.
They're doing a symphony.
2 minutes, and you totally forget about it.
Huh. I feel like I learned something new today.
I think it also your brain, like if you live with it long enough, your brain starts to just filter it out. Like
I think that might be
just won't
worse
even
than
notice.
just throwing it away.
if you don't notice that it's
No,
beeping.
I'll notice it if it gets louder and more
Ah.
frequent.
Okay.
Yeah, like the alarm you'll still notice, but like the individual beeps letting you know the battery is dying. I think.
Wait, you've never
eventually-
heard this sound before?
No, I just didn't live with it
Oh, okay.
because my dad changed the battery.
Wow,
That's
your
the
dad
only way I
always
put on
changed
my
the batteries.
seatbelt.
Holy shit!
I can
That's
ignore
impressive.
the seatbelt chime, but then like the Tesla has one that gets louder over time, and then I can't.
Wait, the Tesla has a fire alarm?
No, like the seatbelt chime to like buckle up.
Wait, why is your seatbelt off so where it gets louder?
Cause I forget.
Kevin is the one person I know who definitely puts the seatbelt on like way into like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
into the
It's like
drive.
once I turn it onto the main road, then I put my seatbelt.
I don't even
on.
say anything anymore. I'm just like fucking die. I don't care.
As you're pulling to the fucking parking lot of the place you get to.
When I see the lights behind me.
Was there any weird stuff from your childhood? Like any weird?
I think the smoke alarm did go off. Like the low battery did go off pretty regularly. I think it bugged me the most. I think I remember changing like quite a few of those.
I'm trying to think, but I guess the whole point is that it's normalized to you. Because like, what would I would have to like think what isn't normal from my childhood, but that I would have thought it was normal. Then.
When do you guys put food in the fridge? When does leftovers go into the fridge? That's what I'm curious about.
When does it go in?
Yeah, like you had a meal. There's leftovers. When does that get into the refrigerator?
Immediately.
Instantly.
Instantly?
Yeah, immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? How many days? What are we talking?
No, just like overnight.
No.
Yeah.
You definitely.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's
Overnight's not
normal.
bad.
No, that means it's
I think
spending
that's
the
normal.
most time at the highest temperature. That's bad.
That's like
That's a cheeseburger and fries. Like,
That's literally all it takes for a fucking petri dish in biology class.
I
that's
think
healthy for you, okay? You need new gut bio.
I think if we
I need
had
big bacteria to tear my ass out.
There you go.
if we had a like a population here we could ask that question to, I think that the less white the participants become, the more time their food stays out of the fridge. That'd be my guess.
I want to say some
generally.
racist shit.
I think. Oh God.
Because you can
Wait. Okay, you think the less white they are, the
more
longer
time
it stays
the
out of
food
the fridge.
Stays out of the fridge would be my
The more
I-
comfortable they are.
Specifically Asian.
Let's start this race
Now I
war right
fucking
now. Come on.
everywhere. I've always wanted.
Everyone in the audience, take a side, okay?
Can I be on? Wait, what's the sides?
You have to be team white.
I have to be team white. What?
Well, technically,
Will.
I'm on.
I want to
team-
be on Jabril's team.
Hey,
No.
hey. I brought some blackface stuff. You want to?
Yeah. Why?
Well,
why
that would
would
be a good
you,
thumbnail.
why-
That'd be a
I think
fantastic
I
thumbnail for
might
this
be on. I might be
podcast.
on team mixed here because my grandma would she would leave food out all the time and it drove me crazy.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
where's your grandma from?
France.
Okay, what
I think everybody in
like
France is
directly
fucked
from
up, though.
France? Like was she born in France?
No,
Okay.
but I'm saying that she left food out, so like I'm like
I could see
you
that.
know what I'm saying?
I could
But-
see that being a European thing.
Left
though.
out for what destination? The trash or?
No, just like say like or she'd be like we're having dinner, so she like sets everything out like Thanksgiving or something. It's like everything's done like the day before and it just like sits there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Like the
specifically
counter.
Yeah, on the counter.
Oh.
Like,
Like-
the pumpkin pie. If you eat pumpkin pie that sits out on the counter, it's like it tastes like sour milk. But she would just do it.
I think I've done that before.
I think being like cold things is uniquely American. I think refrigerators and like ice and air conditioning is like very American compared to what the rest of the world would probably do.
William is having an aneurysm right now.
I think that like what's the reason for waiting to put food in the fridge? Is it to like
It's
save
convenient, just
electricity?
Convenience.
It's like maybe you're gonna eat some later.
Yeah, but
Come back to
like
it.
So what we would do is like there'd be dinner, it would be on the table overnight,
paranoid
and then
for
it would
that.
become breakfast reheated. They'd put it right back on the stove.
no, that's like I think that might actually be like measurably bad.
Well,
What was the dinner?
it was probably, like,
Lasagna.
sautéed stuff. I mean, it would be Chinese food.
I think
if you
that's
think
too
about
long.
Chinese food.
I think what the
I think like
who is it, the
pizza's the only
FCC?
thing you can
Yes.
do.
Pizza, I feel like, is freshly sterilized. Like it's super.
How is pizza the one
Wait,
thing?
what?
Because it's like so salty
It's
and
got
and
it's got
not, like,
everything
there's
that
not
a regular
medium.
meal has.
There's not
It's
like
got
a medium
meat
for
on it.
bacteria
It's
to
got
grow.
cheese. It's got sauce. It's got carbs.
Yeah,
like everything
but
on a
it's
pizza.
just
It's
gotta
too dry.
obliterate.
It's not
Home cooked
normal
foods or
food.
leftovers brought home from a restaurant must be refrigerated
2
within
hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, who does that though?
A white man wrote this
White
article.
people.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Wait,
you
can we
put-
say
Wait,
white?
hold on.
You put leftovers in the fridge within 2 hours?
White people are cool.
Yeah,
Wait,
wait,
hold on,
hold
hold
on.
on,
See,
hold on, hold on,
they're
hold on,
crazy.
hold on,
White-
hold on, hold on. Wait a second. If you are buying food from the Chinese market, that shit's been out
Hey,
longer than fucking 2 hours already.
I think Kevin and I need to be on one side and you guys on the other side.
Wait, what's the angle you're coming out here? What's
That
the
they'll
angle?
get sick.
foodborne
They have
illness.
little tummies.
Yeah.
little
Oh, you're
the
sad,
poor
weak
widow
tummies.
tummy.
We're
Yeah.
bad at digesting
Yeah.
coli.
We need bland, spiceless food to survive.
If I don't get a tablespoon of mayo with every meal, I literally pass away.
If you've
And a
never
nice
had
glass of
salmonella
cold-
once in your
whole
life,
milk.
you're not living, all right?
Once I got salmonella, that changed me forever.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
Yes, it was so bad.
Was it bad?
Well, I mean, like, how bad?
So, Kevin, you're living.
It was like a week.
What'd you eat?
Like a hamburger that wasn't cooked right.
Wait, what happened? What was the symptoms?
Wait, hamburger?
Just like food
just
poisoning?
firing out of both ends, just for like a week.
Wait.
And my joints hurt too. It was weird.
Holy shit. Maybe I had salmonella poisoning. I got food poisoning really bad once when I was building the wooden bicycle. And it was like the worst. It was like I got hit by a fucking semi-truck that was being driven by food poisoning.
Yeah. It's just like instant, and then it just keeps going.
It went for like a week.
Yeah.
I was like actually like shitting and barfing. And then
It was my whole
I
family.
took too much
too.
Imodium and I like stopped shitting for
Well,
like
I know
another
what
week.
you're
Oh
doing.
no.
I
And
know
then
what you're doing, Will. You're trying to get some cool points.
I
for
took a shit
salmonella.
and it was white. I took a white shit. You ever taken a white shit?
Whoa.
It was a ghost shit.
You so white that
Okay, so post in the comments below who you got your money on for the race war.
We might have lost the battle, but we lost the war too.
To be
Please
fair,
refrigerate your fucking food, you guys.
I feel like I've taken a white shit. I just can't remember this. I feel like I've done that.
It's very bad.
My
I think.
dog is taking many white shits.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's like
Oh, you know what? I have taken white shits, and I my hypothesis, I'm pretty sure it's true, is that there was a period of time where I just had like I was running low on food. This was like post college, and I had just a bunch of cans of Progressive clam chowder, the Progresso, the canned
like the
condensed
one that
soup.
we had rolling around in here for a long
Yeah.
time.
So here I thought I was dying. I was like, I have fucking colon cancer. I'm done. I'm cooked. And then it just turned back to regular. I was like, what the fuck was that? And I was trying to think of what I was eating. And there was like a period of days where I was kind of just eating clam chowder. And I looked at the ingredients. You know why that
it's all white things.
Yeah, you know why the canned clam chowder is white? Like the low
Is
budget.
it like silicone?
Titanium dioxide.
No!
Titanium dioxide.
That's my game theory. I can't think of any other reason why my shit came out white.
No shit.
Is I think that it was because there's so much titanium dioxide that if you just eat canned clam chowder for a couple days,
They put pigment in the
To
clam
make it
chowder
white.
to make it more white.
well, of course, because it's not from the cream. There's no cream in there.
It's not from the clams.
Yeah, it's titanium
There's no clams
dioxide,
in
and I'm
there.
pretty sure it just goes right through into your shit.
Isn't that what
And
they
would
use
you
in
really
paint?
eat it? Would you eat it if it was brown,
They-
Will?
Titanium
I
dioxide
would
is
not eat
used in
brown
also.
clam
Oh,
chowder.
wait.
Like titanium dioxide, they use that in like powdered sugar and frosting. Like it's
Yeah.
edible because it doesn't.
I know, but that's
Interact.
like there's something so.
And it's so strong as a pigment too, because it's like atomized.
That's why I think that's what turned my shit white.
Oh my god! How much
We can
clam-
test it again,
Yeah.
Alan.
I think
I
I
mean, I
actually
think
have
it's
pure
like-
titanium dioxide powder up there.
Yeah, that would be easier. Just eat a couple like spoonfuls of that
This
instead
new
of.
cinnamon challenge.
I think that's what happened. That's my. I never tested. I never tried it again because it was so freaky. But that I think would give you white shit.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You ever had any freaky poops?
Jabril looks like every
Yesterday-
poop's a freaky poop. Yes, I'll see. I knew it.
Yeah, yesterday I had a mean one. I woke up. I've realized as I gotten older, I fucking love hot chips, but I can't handle them anymore.
Yeah.
When they come out,
that's one way to put it.
they fight back.
That's round 2.
I yesterday.
You ever gotten your ass torn up by a Dorito?
I don't eat Doritos.
Oh.
I don't eat Doritos. Just hot Lay's and hot Cheetos. This is my jam.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't think I can eat them anymore.
Really?
Yesterday was pretty bad.
You just
I
gotta
would
go
definitely
harder.
recommend anyone listening to this who's under the age of 30 to just eat everything that you can, because that is a limited time warranty on your fucking asshole.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had any problems.
What's it? What,
I
10
go hard on
miles or
spicy food,
30
too.
years?
Yeah.
Do you guys have
Whichever comes first.
Do you guys have fillings in your teeth?
Feelings in my
fillings.
fillings.
I think
Yeah, I have too many fillings.
Have you ever bit aluminum foil on a filling?
No.
I think all mine are the composite, like the special resin. I don't think
Yeah,
that would.
mine
I'm the only one
Do you
who's
have fillings?
experienced this before.
You have metal ones?
Yeah, or whatever they are. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I think
I have a
that's
lot.
specifically what would
Let
do
me
it,
see.
because that becomes like an actual wet cell.
Yeah.
What's it like? Galvanic?
I eat a lot of sugar. Okay, me and my
Yeah.
dentist were like
Did
this.
you brush your teeth?
Okay? I brush my teeth 3 times a day now because I've been through stuff.
yeah, okay,
I've been
yeah,
through
yeah.
worse. But
Yeah.
I was talking to Kevin earlier, and I was like, when I was eating the burrito, there's aluminum foil, and I almost bit it.
And it like tingles, or was it?
Oh, it shocks the hell out of you. I can't believe I'm the only. Cord, have you experienced this?
I got ceramic fillings.
Oh my God! What the? Is this a black thing? Like,
I got my first cavity when I was like 30.
I am legitimately mind blown right now.
Yeah.
I also don't need aluminum foil.
I don't need aluminum foil either. Yeah.
You never chewed on aluminum foil?
You never put aluminum foil in your mouth?
I mean, I
and
have,
Pretend
yeah,
like
yeah.
you have a grill, like you're a rapper, and then it shocks your
No.
feelings.
No, if I did, I wouldn't tell anybody about it.
I don't know what to say. I'm actually mind blown right now.
You're making a little battery in your mouth.
Yeah.
You're making a little like chemical
straight
white
to
cell
the nerve.
battery.
Does it
On your
taste like
tooth.
a 9 volt when you lick
It
a 9
just
volt?
fucking hurts.
Really?
You want to pull it out
like
as
it goes
fast
into
as
your
possible.
tooth or something?
Yeah.
You're like the nerve directly into your tooth, I bet.
Apply directly to your nerve.
It fucking hurts.
That's not.
What about like metal, like an aluminum fork?
No, that's fine.
Really?
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
foil?
There's something about foil. I don't know, but that shit fucking hurts.
No, I've never. I'm glad.
You know what I
don't have that
noticed
problem.
is like
I'm
if you
so surprised. This is
you have
weird.
like aluminum silverware and then you're eating out of like one of those to-go box trays. And it's
Yeah.
it's like aluminum, like the tray's aluminum, but your fork is stainless steel.
Mhm.
Everything you eat tastes like metal because it's making a little battery.
Wait, how does that work? If I buy aluminum foil, what is going on? Where's the?
Dissimilar metals? There's like.
Did you say dissimilar?
Dissimilar, like different.
Can
Different
we use
metals.
English words?
yeah, that is English.
Unsimilar, anti-similar.
different
The metals are different races.
Counter-similar.
Is it like electrons are like hopping off from one to the other?
Yeah, I think the two metals have to be separate on the like galvanic potential chart or whatever that is, and then if you just connect them with an electrolyte, they will tend to have a current move from one end to the other.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Say someone fucking hates me, right?
Yeah.
And they tie me up and just put aluminum foil in my mouth.
Yes.
Will there be a point where it stops, or it just keep going and
Yeah,
going?
it corrodes.
I think the point where I think you would like starve to death. I think it would take a while.
I don't think anything like super bad would happen. It's not like your teeth are gonna fall
Well,
out.
it fucking hurt. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. I'll probably
Like
pass
I think
the fuck out.
that definitely like there is like when that happens, like things, it's essentially like rust, right? Like I
Yeah,
think
it's rust.
like some kind of oxidation or something will occur. So it's like the material will get damaged, it will get eaten away, but I think it would be very slow.
The material you mean, the aluminum foil or my teeth?
Both. I think
my
both.
God.
Yeah, this is like what like galvanization does. Like if you've got galvanized metal, they coat it. It's like zinc, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so the zinc, it's not the coating that protects the metal. It's the zinc slowly corrodes. It's like
Yeah.
a sacrificial-
Preferentially over the
Yeah.
iron.
It like if you have if it's like I think probably the relationship on the chart, you get something that has a stronger affinity, and they'll call it like a sacrificial like anode. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you'll end up like having this one little piece of metal that essentially like eats shit and is meant to like corrode, and it stops the metal that you don't want to corrode. And so if you stuck the foil in your mouth, it would literally, I think, just oxidize. Like it would slowly rust.
So you have like gold fillings, which is
Are they gold?
they look gold.
Silver?
Then I need to brush my teeth more. They shouldn't be gold.
Really?
Ah.
Oh, It's probably the lighting. Okay, the
Oh,
silver.
silver plus the
I don't
light
think they're not.
from the-
There's no way they're real silver though. There's no way.
I think they probably
they
they
are.
might
It's-
they might have to be similar, like an amalgam of. There's probably silver in them. Silver is very stable.
Less than 50%.
So silver is
I'm
like
not
is like a -1 potential, and then aluminum is -4. So it's like 0.3 volts.
Listen, you guys have never experienced this. I will say, I'd rather be waterboarded than someone do that.
Really?
It fucking.
I can
hurts,
imagine.
dude.
Well, you're putting a small amount of electricity into your nerve endings
In
in
your
your
tooth,
teeth.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I can imagine that would suck.
Yeah, that actually like how deep do they go? Probably like pretty deep.
I don't.
Oh, that's fucked
couldn't
up.
tell you.
Yeah, electricity is bonkers.
Yeah. You should
Damn.
your teeth fucking pulled out.
It's like pulling electrons
Just yank 'em.
straight out of your body.
And just get full silver teeth for real.
So there's mercury in there.
Well, I think they used. Do they? I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, I got these a long time ago. I hear that they don't. They do the other version.
Oh, okay.
Oh, or maybe they do.
Mm.
Levels of mercury in dental amalgam is harmless in this context.
After getting a cavity,
It says the dentist putting mercury in your mouth.
I started brushing my teeth a lot more after getting a cavity. I
You have
brushed
to.
them-
I mean,
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
night guard too, like the mouth guard. So it's like because I grind my teeth, I guess. Because I was getting chips on my tooth, like it was like
Oh, jeez.
and I didn't know I wasn't really biting anything, and he was like, well, yeah, that can happen if you grind your teeth at night. And so with the night guard, it's it's in your mouth overnight, so it gets kind of nasty. So I have to brush it every morning, and it's like, well, I might as well just brush my teeth too. So now I brush my teeth in the morning and at night. I only used to do night.
Really?
lucky. You fucking lucky bastard, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, teeth are fucking.
First thing I do when I wake up is I have to brush my teeth because it just feels like stuff. I gotta get
Yeah.
the stuff off.
Yeah.
I
gunk.
hate
The
teeth, but
gunk.
they're so impressive that
goo.
it's. I mean, they're like these little rocks that last like 70 years.
No, not 70 years.
Well, okay, but like decades.
Like
right?
if your
40
finger
years.
bone,
40
if your finger
years.
bone was just sticking out, like I don't think it would last that long.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's 'cause
Wait, teeth can last. What they can last that long?
Yeah.
Not all
Yeah.
old people have dentures. Just the ones who don't take care of their teeth too.
God.
Wait, you guys, have you seen Kanye's new mouth?
No, what do you do?
Yeah. It's
So-
just like
What
a
did
blade,
Kanye do
right?
to his mouth?
So long story short, he got in an accident a long time ago, right? In which a lot of his teeth were knocked out, a car accident.
Shit.
And then he replaced it with like a diamond grill or something like that, right? But recently, he pulled all of his teeth and replaced them with like a I don't know, platinum. Yeah, there it is. Like he replaced like a platinum.
Titanium.
Titanium. There you go.
He looks like a turtle.
Wait, you telling me that is that the thing where they pull your teeth out and they drive screws into your jaw?
All of his teeth are yanked. Those are titanium. Is the teeth.
Wow.
But the
that's-
impressive part about it, though, is that he took it a step further and he worked with a designer. And so they designed like a contraption that he puts into his mouth and it like automatically brushes his teeth for him in like a minute or something like
Do you
that.
still have to brush your teeth when it's a block of titanium?
I mean, you can still get like gum disease and shit like that.
Oh shit.
From like food trapped between it.
Oh God.
it's like
I
how
hate
very
that. I
important.
hate all of that.
he just like put this big robot like knob in his mouth.
Yeah, and it just does it for him.
Okay, that's insane. That's truly one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen in my
You say
entire
that
life.
now, but look 100 years in the future, everyone's doing that.
Everyone gets their teeth replaced individually. Like they'll like this is what old people do, or I guess young people can do it too. They
do
literally
do it.
rip your teeth out and then they drive like it's almost
They
like
file
those-
them down to little nubs too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
dude,
no. They rip your fucking teeth out.
But I think Kevin,
And then they-
I think this is
Veneers.
more popular.
Veneers.
Yeah,
The
veneers.
veneers, I think, is what
Yeah.
Kevin's
Have you
talking about.
seen the wood screws that like it's the big honking screw that has a thread in the middle?
Oh yeah.
So they drive the big beefy thread into wood and then you can put like metal screws into it.
Ugh.
They do this in your jaw. They like drive these like anchors into your jawbone. They like rip your teeth out.
Yeah.
And they'll
And then they
rip
like
all your teeth out.
screw teeth on
And then
top.
they like somehow I don't know how the hell that'd be funny. They like have to like twist the teeth in, and then you have like porcelain or like completely artificial teeth that are anchored to your jaw.
That can't be good for you.
I have no idea.
But it's very common nowadays, especially in LA County.
Yeah, I mean at some point
Psycho.
you're kind of screwed. Like if your teeth are totally borked.
Boots.
Yeah, but some people just do it anyway.
Dude, could you imagine how bad that would hurt? Like how many weeks would that just be like a nightmare?
Listen, love hurts, you know.
Would you get a single platinum tooth?
If my teeth rotted to the point where I
Do you-
can't use them anymore, I'd consider it.
You have a grill, don't you?
I do have one. It's a little annoying to wear sometimes.
Okay,
So
why-
I selectively wear it.
Yeah. When? How do you choose when to wear your grill?
I usually judge it based off of if I know I'm gonna eat something or not, because it's a bitch to.
Why do you wear a grill? I really want to make fun of you for having a grill.
No, please do. I love all criticism.
Why?
We made fun of Nigel for wearing.
Well,
one,
he
so.
really.
He deserved it. That one is like he had to be made fun of.
Yeah.
To me, it's no different than wearing like a necklace or
Okay.
earrings.
Really? Okay, that makes sense.
But this is also, a non-white thing, where I came from. All the cool people wearing it.
yeah.
That's what the girls wanted, and so there's a part of my like monkey brain that sees that and it's like, oh yeah,
Shiny.
That makes sense.
yeah.
What
Do people still
is
want it, or is that
Yeah.
like
old 90s?
yeah?
Early
Like do
2000s?
the
No, I
younger
think it's more popular than ever now,
Oh,
especially
really?
with like SoundCloud rappers and shit. Like,
What is it? Is it supposed to be like? Is it supposed to be like dental work?
no, it's just like wearing a ring or an earring, necklace, just jewelry on your teeth, like literally.
Huh.
Huh. Could you like put like gizmos and gadgets in there? Like, could you have like LED light up grills and have it do stuff?
Like the light up sneakers.
Yeah.
Every time you bite, your teeth start twinkling.
That'd be cool.
I mean, I guess if you can
The
put
only-
a transistor, why not?
It only works if you put a sheet of aluminum foil on your head.
God. Oh my god.
That's how you recharge it.
You have to sleep with an aluminum tooth guard at night.
Man, that's pretty cool. I mean, I assume that like Nigel's was like, did Nigel do an actual good job with his, or was it kind of shit? I couldn't really tell.
His was pretty bad.
Bad?
really? I thought he did a good job.
No, listen, he did the job, which is impressive.
he did this.
That's the nicest thing
he
you could have
did. He
said.
did do it.
But you could not wear those more than like a few minutes without it giving you a fucking headache.
Oh, because they were
Oh, yeah.
just too big.
Yeah,
They were
too
heavy and
thick,
thick.
and,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And you talk like that.
Oh yeah, he did talk like a fucking idiot, didn't he?
I actually cannot believe that he did that. It's so
That's what happens when there's nobody around you to tell you no.
to tell you no. It's like that's actually the most absurd thing he's ever done.
Missed it.
If
Yeah,
it
well-
helps, he called me and I encouraged him to do it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, I mean, who's the real idiot? Because he actually like made it into content. It was like legitimately good content, but also is. I mean, I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like who's the last person in the world that's gonna fucking wear a grill? It's Nigel.
I think I'm glad-
Yeah,
I'm
when
glad-
he revealed it to us. I mean, it's one of the funniest fucking things I've seen. I think that's the entire point.
I feel like I never could. I don't even know how I would approach doing something like that. I have no idea. I literally don't even.
He had a plan. He bought like the gold smelter, the dental, every impression maker.
Yeah. I'm
Calculated.
I'm impressed.
You know what? He says
Yeah.
that if we go up there, we can do it for just the cost of the gold. He'll make us grills.
Really?
It's still like
Yeah.
thousands of
It's
dollars.
like
though,
$5,000
isn't it?
bucks
Oh
in
my
gold.
Okay, I don't. What a generous offer! I've never Jabril, have you been? What kind of stuff you been doing recently? AI stuff, game stuff.
Games.
Honestly, a lot of just like channel soul searching.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've
Oh
been
God.
working on trying to figure out like what is a sentence I can use to describe my channel.
Oh, that's a hard one.
It's hard, but I think it's important though, because I've been uploading I think like 5 videos this year or something like that so far.
That's amazing.
And they have been all 9 out of 10s. And the question becomes like, well, what's going on here? And back to what I said earlier, I think it's just like the promise that I've given my audience to this point is just all over the place.
Yeah.
Where they see a thumbnail, it's like, I'm not sure if this is going to be personal or devlog or blah, blah. So
Have you ever thought about 3D printing plants and plant-related material?
I would
Never
describe
do
your
that.
channel
one
as like
thing.
tech, AI, and games.
but even I feel like that's too broad.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
What
but-
about your game, Ultra Bouters?
Yes. So the game is like a plan B. So I learned how much
Plan
money.
B.
Plan B, dude. You
Well,
were all in that last
No,
time.
well, listen, I don't know what to call it. Okay, however you word it, right? But the whole idea behind the app is I've learned how much money these like games are making.
Yeah.
Like when you see the Hero War
Uh-huh.
ads and all, they're
Oh,
making
Jesus.
hundreds of
70.
millions of dollars off of these games, doing like bare minimum effort, right? And so the idea is that I have like this secondary thing where it's an app that is, it's like a merch. It's like T-shirts. It's like, so I'm gonna plug that with every single project that I do, and there's gonna be some monetization there, and we'll see how it goes. If it does well,
But I saw
I'll
you
keep
also
going.
doing like some game
Curated
publishing thing
game,
as well.
yeah.
It's
How
a
many of these
video.
freaking projects you got going at the same
Too
time?
many.
Have you considered just doing like one?
But
Videos.
but it is one though.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a video
videos.
though.
Yeah.
Like that's
The
how
whole
I
Oh,
view
that's
it.
a video. I thought that was like a side quest.
No.
But
No,
how
no,
would
no.
you? I mean, you said you wanted to describe your channel in a sentence, and then now you're like kind of a bunch of different ideas at the same time.
It's not easy.
How would you describe it then?
So here's my current objective. My
Yeah.
current objective is to do a bunch of stuff that I think like people would want to watch. They're interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping it broad at the moment. But the second that I get a signal that like this is something that like a large amount of people want, then I'm gonna lean into that and do
Right.
more of that.
But you've already got those signals from your past videos.
Yeah.
Well, I try to replicate some of that, and
Like what though?
I try to replicate my largest viewed video somehow, the fucking infinite staircase video.
Yeah.
I try to replicate that and like nothing.
What was
How?
what-
Yeah. What did you
was the-
replicate it with?
It was like I just did another infinite staircase. It's a different version of the Escher illusion.
I feel like that's like a very surface level interpretation of why that video did well.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
there's probably like some like deeper, more fundamental reasons why that video did well, and if you repeated those things,
It would work.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's me being
Was it like you
optimistic
went
about
into the first
how
one
things
like
work in
completely
general.
new?
I think
as,
you're
like,
right.
Yeah,
Like
like,
you're
you can do it
experiencing
again if you
all
just
this
did the
together,
same
and then
thing.
the
Just
second
Do it the
video
same,
was,
but
like,
exactly the same.
Yeah.
there's like you already know kind of what's gonna happen.
I think that like some of your stuff that does really well is like kind of a little bit intrusive thoughts or like a bigger idea. Because
Will's really big on intrusive thoughts right now.
dude,
It's like the meta.
intrusive thoughts. Everybody has like the same one.
How do you define that?
What's an idea where you're just like that's stupid?
I know for me, it's what happens if I actually back up on those tire spikes. Every fucking time I'm
Dude,
like, what would happen if I backed up on
people
these?
would absolutely
What
click
would
on
I
that.
I
as,
wanna
like,
see a
video
car
or
hitting
short.
What
that.
happens if you actually
Like,
back up
like
on
Yeah.
50 miles an hour. Like
Yeah.
what happens? If you go fast enough, do you just go over them?
I
What if
think,
your tires
no,
are-
I think
How big do they have to be?
if you're burning out, you can scrape them down. So you have to be like,
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. No, I
Right?
don't know.
no, because you'll catch them and you'll pull them down.
no, it would
'cause
pull
you-
them up.
No, no.
I see what you're saying.
You have to be.
Yes,
Your tires have to
a
be
reverse
spinning.
burnout.
You have to be burning
Oh.
out in the direction that you're going.
Yes, yeah.
So like as you're driving forwards, your wheels are spinning faster than you're moving. So it takes the spikes and pulls them down.
Uh huh.
You know the parking theft thing.
Will that work?
Like don't park.
I'm having trouble envisioning
You know, like the
directions
parking lots that you can like there's a flap to go in, but to exit it's open, but there's like a spike strip. But if you drive forwards over them, they dip down. But
Like
if you go the
curl.
other way, they'll like go into your tire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
if you're
think
burning out, the instant the tips hit the tire, because like if you drive into them this way, they'll spike you.
Yeah.
But if you're burning out, so like if you're driving forwards and your tires are spinning
Yeah.
faster than you're moving, they'll like grab it and like pull them down, and so you like
So if you have a front wheel drive car, you have to do a forwards burnout facing them, and if it's rear wheel, you have to do a reverse burnout.
But that's conditional on how sharp the blades are, right? Because if
no, because they're like super floppy. They just like you can't push them backwards, and so they'll spike into your tire.
Yeah, so I think the intrusive thought in general, it's like the thought that comes to you in the moment that, like, for bigger reasons, you know you should not do.
How fast do you have to drive through a crosswalk to knock a toddler's head off?
Or for me, it's always when I'm getting on an airplane, the small gap between like the thing that touches the airplane. It's like, what if I drop my phone
Yeah.
down there?
Yeah.
thank God you said that. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
no. Where else could I possibly
You know when you're
go with that?
when you're flying an airplane,
that
you
gap
see
with the
two
emergency
towers?
door. Just,
yeah, when you know when you're on your flight simulator training to never mind.
Trying to do everything except land. It's been how long? We can do this, right?
Yeah, what, 13 years? 13 years?
No.
It's
2024 to oh I fucking got 23 years. Jesus.
Yeah,
I lost,
we're
I
good.
how many
lost a
times
one
did you get
somewhere
shocked
there.
in your last video, Alan?
How
many hits from the
0
Tesla
times
coil?
actually.
0.
Surprisingly 0 times. I somehow fucking managed
That's.
that.
I think if you got shocked once, you'd probably be dead.
it would probably hurt. I don't know. I still have a really like loose understanding of when a Tesla coil will kill you when it won't. I still don't really know.
I think you'd be fine.
I think you'd be like, ouchie,
ouchie, no good.
ouchie, no good.
So like that's sort of like the idea is like it's like there's a hot frying pan. You just the intrusive thought is like what if I touch it?
Yeah.
And then you don't do it, but then it's like those probably make for good video ideas because it's the sort of thing that everyone kind of has but deny themselves. So the video allows you a way to like actually play those out.
Here's an idea. What's the fastest? What's the fastest you can melt a stick of butter? He said frying pan, and I just thought, what else could you put in like butter? Like it doesn't melt instantly. Like how could you make it so you could melt a stick of butter in like a quarter second? Like what would you do?
move to Arizona in the summer.
That's still not a quarter second. It's like you have a machine that just like violently presses it into a pan, You have like a toy, like I don't know.
Well, it depends on the butter, right? Because every butter has different
maybe.
consistency.
You just stick.
Just like a stick of butter.
Yeah, that you keep in the fridge, like fridge temperature butter.
I mean, there's like
You put it in like a net, like a salad bowl, and you like stick it up in a jet afterburner.
World record butter melting. Butter melting world record.
the issue is
Speed run, butter melting speed run 90%.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the things that would do that fast would also vaporize like a good amount of the butter too.
Yeah, but like the problem with that is
As
that
long
you
as
can't
it's
get to
not
the
there.
center, right?
Right.
So like it's not like how much heat can you get into the outer layer of the butter. It's like how do you propagate that all the way to the center? Like are you allowed to mush it? Like if you just take 2 hot frying pans and just go.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. I'm just saying that's kind of that's an intrusive thought I just had. And
so it's like for computers or for games, like probably a lot of intrusive thoughts are maybe around like you know how to like glitch out a game or to like you know I think speedrunners probably like scratch a lot of that itch. Or even like the most recent Code Bullet video I think is the most recent one anyways,
my
where
God, that's
he
such a
makes
funny
a bunch
idea.
of he makes Flappy Bird on a bunch of different platforms that you're not supposed to be able to develop games on. So he makes Flappy Bird in like MS Paint. He makes it like in Premiere
I feel
Pro.
like that video is so underappreciated. I don't know how it's doing.
I thought it did really
I
well.
haven't been served a
it
single
do well?
Code Bullet
I
video in
thought
like
so,
6
yeah.
months.
YouTube hates you.
I didn't even know that he
so
still makes
good.
videos.
Oh yeah, he's still
because
he's
you
still
haven't
out
watched the
there.
video in 30 days. Stupid.
Apparently, well, it's because I stopped showing
Yeah,
these
how
videos.
well, I think it did well. What's the most recent Code Bullet video at? 1 point something million. I think that's
1.4?
fine. Yeah,
No, but I mean, like, I feel like it's so brilliant. I feel like it's
should be more.
right. But then you look at like what his other videos that do well are, and it's just more kind of like normie appealing. And it's like, god damn it, like making Flappy Bird using the folders. Like
You think
a
that was
file
too
system.
What about, like,
specialized?
ethics questions,
Yeah, it's like it's not big enough.
kind of like Will's pedophile thing.
What's my pedophile thing? Which one? You gotta be more
You know Will's
specific.
pedophile thing.
Yeah, can I please, God,
No, we don't need to talk anymore.
Expand on that right away.
Will's pedophile thing. You know,
The
it's
thing
an
where
open
you
secret.
scan the
Clip
you
that.
scan the registry.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh
you
god, making the perfect pedophile.
Everyone
the
knows
perfect
about Will's
pedophile.
pedophile
They
thing.
should if they're true fans.
The perfect pedophile.
Perfect pedophile. So do something like that.
Yeah. Well, I want to do the vending machine. I think you would do.
Oh my god, you guys have been talking about the fucking vending machine idea since
Which
what?
vending
Since-
machine idea?
The
the one that makes you pay in pain?
No, not
The
that one.
racist
That was,
vending machine.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, this was-
You've been talking about the vending machine idea for 5
I
years.
think that Jabril should do the vending machine video.
Oh
You
my
should do the vending
fucking
machine
God,
video.
it's
You let the
half a
internet.
decade
Yeah,
of vending
the vending machine
vending
chooses drinks for you. And you let the
vending
internet train
machine.
it.
Vending machine.
The racist
Oh,
vending
the
machine.
The racist vending
machine.
Do the vending machine, Jabril.
God.
You still have it?
Yeah.
That didn't sound confident.
No, I have it. Yeah. Oh, no, I do. It's sort of a bit of a disaster.
Look. This is like my hesitation for that. I don't know shit about hardware. Like that sounds like a 3-month like fucking adventure for me to learn how to sync all that up and trigger electricity signals and
Yeah, probably.
like the
No,
software
I
part
think
is
so.
easy, but that's my general hesitation. Something like that.
That's not the reason why you haven't done it for 5 years.
I mean,
There's no
listen,
way that's the
listen.
reason.
I've matured, Alan. Okay, I'm a lot
You're
more
too
racist than I
mature?
used to be.
Looks perfect time to do this video then.
Exactly.
What other intrusive thoughts you guys? We're just giving away free good video ideas right now.
We don't know if they're good.
No, if we did them, they'd be good. Any of the people stealing them are gonna do a shit job.
That's also very optimistic thought.
Let's see. Come on, just come up with one. You got one third.
I mean, if we're talking like algorithms or computers, like, you know, is there a way that you could obviously like, you know, stock market or gambling or like, you know, is there a way that you could have a computer like be able to bet on like football games or some shit?
Oh, I should buy a goldfish.
Oh, you want my goldfish? I have 4. I don't want them.
You can return them.
I don't think you got the
They're
joke.
too big. I think.
You can't. Oh, what is it past the? I guess
They
you
just
don't have a
keep getting-
receipt.
They're yeah.
If is anyone stopping you from bringing them in a little plastic baggie to a Petco or whatever, and then when no one's
Leaving
looking, pour them into the tank?
No.
I think you should do
I
that.
think nobody.
I think you should do that.
Nobody would tell me. They have no idea how much money I spent on those stupid fish. Over
And then
the,
in the video, got him.
got him. It's like just these absolutely honking goldfish. At the
We had a
tiny-
fucking goldfish for a short content that I filmed, and it actually was returnable. I had a guy return that fish, and I think it was like a 30-cent fish or
Smart.
some 15-cent
Keep
fish.
the change.
They,
I should have
they
done
accepted
that.
it. They accepted the
I
return.
kept my fish, and I now every morning, and I have to clean the shit out of the tank.
You just feed it to a turtle.
I
Is
know,
it
that's what I used to
freshwater
do.
fish?
Yeah, it's just goldfish. Dude, I used to feed goldfish to the Ritter sliders.
Or
when
like
I was a kid. That
there
was
was
brutal.
there was an idea like a while ago that I mean it probably wouldn't work as good as at the time, but it still was like making a completely AI generated version of yourself to do the fucking NPC stuff on TikTok, just to have like how many streams can you set up to just automatically do and like it's literally an NPC, but it looks photorealistic.
What about a generative video? Making generative videos.
I think you could do something like we talked about this a couple podcasts ago, but like making the worst like nightmare, like find the line that YouTube is writing right now, because they're so like they don't want to make any decisions until something bad happens. Find that line and write it fucking hard with kids content and AI. So like
you said, kids content.
Yeah, kids content
and AI.
Oh, that's where the line is.
Okay.
And then go a little bit over the line. Like how do you make something where you're just cranking out kind of nightmare fuel kids content that's like passable? Like imagine a channel that's like shitting out a short for kids every like minute and a half.
It doesn't even have to be that. I mean, every other short that I watched today, it's like, or nowadays it's just like you can tell it's like in a different language, and they like transcribe it to some like country boy accent or some like, you know, just like a southern twang lady like explaining how a welder works or something.
Yeah.
And it's like they take heat from electricity and put it in metal.
There's one, the high voltage one, where it was like they're walking through the power plant with torches, and it was like engineers use flame to detect.
Oh yeah, that one. I saw that one. Yeah,
and
see what I'm talking about?
So like bizarrely generative. Like this is what I love about.
And it's just like all stock footage basically, and they put it into a video. They like probably automatically write some kind of script to it, have an AI read the script, and then publish it to YouTube, and they can just crank those out.
Mm-hmm. Or like even a video where you kind of even just sort of talk about like the shit that happens on Facebook, where it's like the boomers all just kind of like liking and commenting on pictures of like Jesus and like the like weird African kids with their like plastic bottle creations. If you've seen,
I think you could do a commentary video on that.
I don't mean to derail, but that shit is a huge issue. I visited my mother like last week, and she was like, "Hey, look at this photo of so and so doing this." I was like, "I'm on this."
That's a video. You just did an introduction to a video just now. You just did.
Yeah.
You're at your mom's place, and this horrifying thing happened, and you looked into it, and it's like a big problem.
Yeah.
So, but
like, that's the
that's a
introduction
good
to a
because
video.
it's super personal, and like you have like a real genuine reason that people are gonna be interested in what you think about it.
So what's the video? It's just a commentary.
It could be sort of like an exploration, which is sort of like exploration via commentary, that then maybe second half of the video is you trying to No? You don't think he like tries to get in on it, or like?
I love this.
No,
Fight.
that's its own
fight.
video. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be like your intro. You either the two ideas you're saying, either it's like the first half is like focused to like the intro, and then the rest of it is trying to exploit it.
Okay.
Or it's just full commentary.
Huh. Okay.
I think the issue that I would run into something like this is that there is some degree of a promise that the audience is expecting, and I find it to be that they expect me to build something in the video.
No. I had that same
Yeah, I don't
brainworm
think so.
in me for years.
Okay.
And I still have to fight against it, but some of my best performing videos are videos that, like, you know, William Osman probably convinced me to not build something in, and it still, because at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's monkeys. They want to see monkeys. Even if the monkey's building something,
the fuck you
they
just
want
call
to see
me?
tits. Monkeys watch monkeys.
Here, to get your way, I want to watch Alan get his way out of this.
Monkeys watch monkeys, not what the monkeys build.
You heard him.
Even if that's what you think it is.
Is it what we think it is, Alan?
I'm not gonna say anything other than the statement I just said.
Alan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail you. You're on a really good point.
No,
He's sweating. Look at him.
You know.
I love you. I love you.
No, I know. I know what you're throwing.
There's a guy on our Discord who just made a video. It was about like making a doorbell, right? He made a doorbell, and the reason he made a doorbell is actually way more interesting than the doorbell itself.
Yeah.
And it turned out it's like he lives in this apartment complex, and normally you have like a door, like a receptionist. So if Amazon goes there, they get the package and give it to you later. Well, to save money, their apartment like fired like. It's a chain.
Oh, God.
They got rid of all these receptionists, so now packages automatically go to a warehouse across the city, and you have to schedule.
Isn't that like a service? I think I've heard of it.
It's a service.
Yeah,
but
like
you have
hers.
to.
But it's worse.
Yeah.
You have to pay for it, and then your packages are automatically like 2 days they come 2 days later.
Yeah,
my
I
God.
think I've heard of that. It seems really bad. It seems
Yeah.
like a really, really bad
It's like
thing
some
that people have to
slumlord
keep up
shit.
with.
You're making
yeah.
a point with this.
Well, it's like, so basically, it's like if you went about the video in a different direction, like
Yeah.
kind of commenting about it and then saying like, so all this, like I literally had to make a doorbell because of this. So now when I put this, it's a simple doorbell, it just works like this, and now I put it outside, and now I don't miss the package when this happens.
Yeah.
But it's kind of
Do you know what
yeah,
like a
more
news story
focused
would
on-
do?
A news story?
They would spend 10 minutes talking about the problem and then 30 seconds like, this guy built a thing that does this, and they would never say how it works because no one gives a shit. They just like the human element of it. Like every video that does well when it comes to building stuff has some human element, whether it's, you know, like you can do like the Stuff Made Here route is like him struggling to complete a complex problem. Or like same with like the Mr. Beast Squid Game thing we did, where it was like me struggling to do a complex problem. Or you can just talk about the problem. Or you can be like Michael Reeves, where it's like a funny, stupid problem, and you're watching him kind of like criticize and sarcastically like bumble his way through making weird contraptions, like a spectacle. Like, or you can have someone who just like has a thing made to solve their problem, and so it's like commentary, but this is how I'm going to fix it, and then it's just the application of it. Like it's all human journey. It's you have a problem, or you have an idea, or you have a criticism, or you have some frustration in your life that you want to make go away, and there's like 7 different ways to target it, and they're not all going to be the same, but each of them could be a totally functional video. Like, how would you do a video about, like, Michael doing the Boston Dynamics pissing thing? Like, it wouldn't necessarily make sense because the way you would do it
That's a good
would
exercise.
probably be more technical than how he did. Like, Michael is like an enigma that just rages through his narrative, right? He's just like this, like, sarcastic little goblin that tears everything apart and, like, builds some stupid machine sarcastically. Like, he's doing it to spite everyone. But if you approach that from more of like a technical thing, or Stuff Made Here did it, it would just feel kind of weird. It'd be like, why is he making this?
Pissing robot.
Right. Like Michael's trolling Boston Dynamics in the video. He's trolling like with the Da Vinci robot. He's like trolling the medical industry. He's not actually trying to build something, even though he is. But that's not how the audience is sitting there watching it.
Right.
I don't know if that makes any sense. And I think
I
that
think it
we
does.
all tend to approach it from more of like trying to build something.
I think basically what you're saying in summary is like the story. There's nothing more important than the story you're telling.
Correct.
Like
The building,
including the building.
People think what they'll take away from the video is, oh, that guy builds stuff. But what the video actually was your story about either you struggling to build it and how it worked and how you overcame it, or what your motivations were for building it, or, you know, like, I don't know. I think like with the carpet video with Michael and I was like, I had a problem that was, you know, my roommate is walking around really loudly. And so people are like, yeah, like I have that problem. That's super relatable, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like trying to figure out how to solve the problem. And it's like me doing it. No one really cares because at the end of the video, it doesn't fucking work at all. It's just like literally like the bare like prototype demonstration that's like I was able to detect walking around. I was able to do this. Like it hardly works, but it just barely works.
But at
enough to
least
be
you
said.
tried. And
At
it's a
least I
story
tried.
that's relatable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not the final product.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I think that like that's why I like the intrusive thoughts, because it tends to like simplify everything down where you can't overthink it. You know? Like like how fast can you melt butter? Like really, like how much can you overthink that?
Well, the first step, you need to get it all into liquid as fast as possible.
Yeah. How do you do that? Blender? I don't know.
Jet engine.
Do you think that maybe blending it would be quicker than someone just trying to put it on the stovetop?
like blending it in hot water, and then it would
like a heated blender?
it would like separate, right?
Well, then you have more water you have to get rid
I
of.
feel like
Well,
no, I think you
it
can't add
separates,
any
so you
material
just scoop
to
it off.
But then how do you guarantee that 100% is gone unless all the water's gone?
What?
No, I think you can't use water. I think you have to like that's the challenge, is like trying to conduct heat into it. Like you can deform it, like you could put it in a blender, but even that, like how do you get the heat
Boiling
into
gets
it?
deforming it.
No,
I'm
but
on
you add
Kevin's
it,
team.
it's gonna mix with the water. Though.
I'm on Kevin's team. I'm sorry.
Lava versus butter.
Lava versus butter.
Butter versus my ass.
Anyways, yeah, that's a good point. I think it's easy to.
Well, you know what?
forget.
It's like the liquid would drip out and the solid would stay in there, so it would be pretty efficient.
It's sort of like 2 frying pans in there.
Yeah, it's a 360-degree frying pan.
Why is there dog food at your feet?
I don't remember.
Huh. Oh, there's cat food at my feet.
oh, that's just because we're in a dumpster.
All right.
Do we want to say anything
let's-
about open source while we're
Oh,
in
do we-
this?
yeah,
or
we
is there-
should,
does this actually come out before? This does.
Yeah, it
This will
does.
be
Do we want a
open source.
bumper? Do we want to talk about open sauce now?
Do you want to talk about open sauce, Jabril?
Yeah.
love
Did you
talking
enjoy
about
open sauce last year?
You asked me this last time I was here.
You did. Oh
And
my God.
I
More
love
free
open
promo.
sauce. I
Yeah.
honestly do love open sauce. I
What's
think
your favorite sauce?
ravioli.
Ravioli sauce. No, it's whatever sauce the ravioli comes in.
Shit out of me.
Holy! Oh, it came apart. Look at that.
Oh.
Look, well, I'm not saying this just because you're my friend. Open sauce is probably like my favorite event that I've ever been to,
Go ahead.
and it's mostly just because it's like a bunch of people that I love and I know talking about a lot of shit that I love and I know, and it's just a great time. You know, the audience portion. A lot of people come up to me. We had some cool conversations. I had one dude that kept begging me to play Smash Bros. Shouts to him. I never showed up.
One
This
that kept
year.
begging me to
This
smash.
year, I'll play you this year. I promise. But yeah, great event. Great event,
He's
man.
been training.
Thanks,
This
bro.
year's the
That's
year.
the nicest thing. Oh, do you have any money, Kevin? To give?
I don't.
Damn it. Any cash?
Mm-mm.
Shit.
We owe you.
I'm out.
Yeah, you do, bro.
I take it all back then. What the fuck? I thought I was gonna get paid.
All right, well,
Well-
thank you guys very much for listening to this episode of the Safety Third podcast. Go check out Jabril. Links in the description. What do you want to promote? Just your channel? You want to promote something other than your channel?
I want before we end, I want to ask you, what's the hardest part about running open sauce? You're on camera. Don't forget that.
No, I have answers. It's cash flow because you have to pay for things up front, and then people buy their tickets like a couple weeks before the event. So
Interesting.
yeah, it is. I can't describe it as anything other than a nightmare. Like if somebody just said, "Hey, here's your budget. Here's like the insane amount of money that it costs to run the event," and they give it to you, and then you're like, "Okay, let's do it." Like that's fine. But when you have to hit like a moving target and you don't know where you're gonna land and how much money you can spend, it's a nightmare. Like actually, because you're talking. I mean, we're talking like a house in a very expensive city amount of money. Like over $1 million. And so you have to basically solidify the costs of $1 million+ event
And
while
it's like,
not knowing how much money is going to come in.
So what's in it for you? If you're
I have no idea. Yeah, and I actually like sort of regret it. It's good for everyone except me.
so then, what was the inspiration?
I don't know. I thought it would be a good idea.
Well,
Nice.
It is a good idea.
Eventually, the
For
idea
us,
is that
yeah.
it will be net income positive.
I
Like,
mean, if
money
it
will
doesn't
actually
break
come
even
in.
this year, I have no idea what the hell we're going to do. I mean, other than like if there's a really rich person listening to this podcast that wants to help.
do you have a donation button on open
A
source?
donation button.
I mean, yeah, you
It's
can buy a
called the
The
t-shirt.
donation
buy a
button is
ticket.
going to the
Buy a
event.
ticket,
buy a
Going
t-shirt.
to the event.
Listen, I've seen comments of people who can't make it out
Really?
to California or the U.S., but
They
they
just
would
want
like
to donate?
to.
Maybe
And
just
who
buying
knows?
buying a shirt, unless they don't want
buy a
shirt.
ticket and don't show up.
Yeah, that's fine. Seriously.
Is there in the future an option for like maybe like a live stream of the stage that people could like?
I don't
VOD?
I think that would be like a very small percentage of people that would want to watch that and
Mm-hmm.
it might end up just making the whole thing kind of like feel lame because like watching streams and stuff like that, like being in person watching your favorite
Yeah.
cringe tubers talk is more fun than watching like a recording. Like some of the,
for
like we
sure.
didn't release all of the stuff because some of the panels are like better than others.
Right.
And it just feels like it's more fun to see them in person. And then when you're watching a video, you're more interested in what they're saying. But if what they're saying isn't, does that make any
Yeah,
sense? It's kind of like
yeah.
watching somebody eat. I guess people do that too.
If I can encourage you, add a donation button.
Okay.
I think that you might.
Oh wow! That lasted like weeks. That actually lasted several episodes.
Looks like grandma's like hip replacement got ripped out.
Oh man, that's the
I think
rod
you might
with the
underestimate
rod.
someone who lives internationally not wanting to
Okay.
pay like $30 in shipping for a T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that
just
makes sense.
Giving a couple bucks here and there might, be very helpful. So you want to help William Osman create a really good story. He's gonna add a donation button to the
Yeah.
website, and if you can't make it out, just throw a couple bucks. Let's make open
Buy-
sauce exist forever.
Buy
all
a
right?
buy
So then
open
you
sauce
can
shirt on
come
Cat
one day.
Warehouse. Yeah. Because that actually straight up is how it's gonna go if you can't go one day if we can't continue. I have so many.
So we got some questions coming up.
Oh, for Q&A?
For the
Oh,
Patreon.
Q&A.
Yeah, Patreon Q&A. Thank you guys, everybody who supports us on Patreon. If you want to get extra content, we've been filming a bunch of stuff recently. We did some like kind of like high school physics challenges.
Oh yeah.
And I think that we would have been the teacher's worst nightmare. That's the actual challenge: is how do you piss the teacher? How do you break the rules of their stupid game? You can't play games with me, professor.
So what are we doing with the Patreon this week? We're gonna try to look max all the people on our Discord.
Are we doing that?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait,
maybe.
are we doing that? Oh,
What are we doing?
anonymous Q&A.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
Send us
yeah.
your pictures, cowards.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, I think we should look smacks too.
Look
Or
smacks.
what I think would be really awesome is everybody on Patreon sends us a picture of their mom and we rate how hot their mom is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
Before you do that, let me get my plug in.
Yeah, plug.
Okay. Yo, check it out. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you don't know, it's youtube.com/@Jabros. Help. And I'm also working on
HTTPS // or those forward slashes.
Oh,
I
God
don't
damn it,
know.
Alan. God damn it, Alan. Also, I'm working on a little game, hacksquare.io/playub. Check it out. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really happy you guys have a podcast because it forces me to see you all more, and I love you.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Otherwise, it would just be an open sauce. You're like a little bit
Debatable.
too far away.
Yeah, it's a little annoying. I
Should be
didn't
like a
I didn't
little
realize
closer.
that when I moved out here. It was gonna
Yeah.
be like that bad.
Be like a little bit closer.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys over on Patreon.